Good morning, everybody. Bon matin. Ici Dina Santos, déléguée commerciale principale au Consulat général de Boston. Good morning, everybody. Dina Santos. I lead the trade team at the Canadian Consulate in Boston. And I'm here in beautiful Newport, Rhode Island with Melanie Nadeau, president of COVE. So we are attending the Blue Innovation Symposium. It's a conference that brings together the marine technology industry for networking, partnering opportunities, and we've been supporting this event for 8 years now. And this year, we're very excited to have about 25 Canadian startups and many partners like COVE attend the event. So, Melanie, turning it over to you, what is COVE and what brings you to this conference this year?
Well, one is definitely being in Rhode Island because it's a beautiful spot. So it's my first time in Rhode Island, so I'm very excited about that. So maybe just a little bit about COVE. We are an industry-led innovation center and global tech hub. We're located in Nova Scotia along the ocean, waterfront in downtown Halifax. And we're highly focused on commercialization of marine tech. So the relevance of that is really important, of course, for the Blue Innovation Symposium. As you mentioned, there's a lot of different partners, supply chain partners, different companies, multinationals, startups, and so on that are here and talking about not only the challenges in marine tech, the opportunities in the blue economy, the new innovations that are happening. So it's really important for us to be here this week.
And what are the ties between New England and Halifax?
Well, I mean, the ties go well beyond myself being in Nova Scotia, but I mean, there's no doubt the whole eastern seaboard is a corridor for so much activity as it relates to marine tech. So if you think about defense, for example, so many correlations there, and we're seeing that at the symposium. The fisheries sector and innovations in the fisheries sector, and of course that's very prominent in all our Atlantic coasts. We heard this morning about offshore wind in New England and around the U.S. Well, of course, that's becoming more and more important in Canada, and there's been an announcement on offshore wind in Nova Scotia and Newfoundland, and I expect more to happen in and around Canada. So all these areas are, we have a shared resource, but all these areas and industries around it are very, very similar, even though we're across the border.
So Canada, several years ago, invested in developing a number of superclusters, which are now named clusters, but one of them is the ocean supercluster. How do you inscribe that in that federal initiative?
Right. So I think the good news around that is that the government of Canada identified oceans as one of 5 major areas of innovation and competitive opportunities for Canada. So that was really good news. And COVE is a member of the Ocean Supercluster. They've been very active in being able to issue funds to help de-risk some of the innovation in this space. So, there's a couple of things when you look at working in the ocean environment it's high risk, it can be capital intensive. Some of the customers have long sales cycles. So there's a much needed there's a need, I guess, to say to organizations like the Ocean Supercluster and this initiative that Government Canada has to help de-risk some of that investment and accelerate innovation into the market and ensure that Canada is part of the global economy when it comes to, blue tech. And it's not just blue tech, it's green tech. It is so many dual use applications. So, we're very encouraged that they'll continue on and hopefully continue to fund different types of projects.
Absolutely, and of course, as part of the Trade Commissioner Service, one of our goals is to always showcase business development opportunities from our region to Canada. So we've been quite active bringing prime contractors, big multinationals, and American startups from New England to Atlantic Canada, and COVE in particular around the H2O conference, but to attend the COVE demo days. They're quite famous and a great opportunity for the American industry to connect to our Canadian innovators. So Please talk to us a little bit more about the demo days.
Sure. So, I should mention that COVE, we have a facility located in Dartmouth on the water's edge. We've got marine terminals, floating docks, deep water piers. We also have over 60 resident companies at COVE, but then we will go with over, a couple of hundred more. So the neat thing that happens alongside H2O conference, which is the premier Canadian conference for marine tech, is Demo Day. And Demo Day, we curate live demonstrations of equipment and technology. So it's nice to come to a conference and do the networking and see the slides, the PowerPoint slides, but there's nothing that beats actually understanding a technology, playing with it, whether it be virtual reality, different vessels. Last year we had an autonomous vessel, the first to cross the Atlantic. So we're really excited we're starting to seek interest for demo days and starting to curate the whole day for Demo Day, but it's really important for not only for ocean awareness, it's important for potential investors, it's important for governments to come see and understand what's happening in this space and the different applications. It's also important for people that are looking for new opportunities, new career transitions, and actually meet with companies that are doing this work, that are innovating, that are creating different products and services that, at the end of the day are applied all over the world. So those that participate in our Demo Day are not just from Canada, they're from Europe, they're from the US, they're from Norway, they're from a lot of different countries around the world.
So you're definitely an important piece in terms of developing that whole ecosystem, innovative ecosystem to support the Ocean Tech Blue Innovation Supercluster that we're supporting at the federal level. Another major announcement that the government of Canada made recently is that they would like to establish a NATO defense accelerator and named Halifax as a potential location. Why is this useful for your COVE members?
Yeah, we're really excited about this opportunity to have the Diana, the NATO Defense Accelerator, located in Halifax, because it does mean there'll be NATO personnel there. In this market, in the marine tech market, defense and security is such a major customer, partner, innovator, and so it just densifies the amount of activity, the amount of partnership, the amount of customer use cases, and so on for different tech, and most of the tech in the marine space it has dual purposes, and we see this all the time. So it's very rare you get a technology that's just used for defense. There's so many spin-offs that can happen around that, and so we're really excited about this international hub that is being proposed for Halifax, and it means that more companies will come, more investors will come. Different defense applications, research community will be involved. It's heavily focused on deep tech. So those are, just adds to the ecosystem we have in a very international way. So really, really important.
Yeah. Absolutely, and we're quite excited just to continue to build cross-border linkages with our key allies. Finally, to conclude, we're very excited that you will be receiving an award this evening by the conference organizers. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Sure. So, it's the Rising Tide Award for an organization that's having a significant impact in the industry. So many of our close partners, we've been very close with industry, working to understand challenges and how to accelerate industry, but there's no doubt we have partners like Government of Canada and other partners, whether they be regional or international, that we work with to help accelerate momentum in this space. So it's a really nice recognition for COVE, for our team who works very, very hard to help increase knowledge, increase awareness, increase understanding, helping accelerate innovation. So it's a proud moment for us and really pleased to be here in Rhode Island to accept that award.
Well, félicitations, congratulations. We're very excited for you that you're receiving this award. And this concludes our interview. For our viewers, Please feel free to reach out to us, the Trade Commissioner Service, le Service des délégués commerciaux. We're here to support Canadian businesses to grow partners, seek financial partners in New England. And we're free and confidential and always ready here to help you. So, merci, bonne journée. Thank you very much.
Merci.